Exploring 10 abandoned military bases of California. California, home to bustling cities, scenic coastlines, and sprawling deserts, also holds a quieter, more mysterious side, one filled with relics of the past that once served as crucial outposts in America's defense system. Scattered across the state are military bases, once teeming with activity, now lying dormant and abandoned. These bases played pivotal roles in America's military history, from World War II to the Cold War, but today they stand as echoes of a bygone era, quietly fading into the backdrop of California's landscape. Moffett Field, Mountain View. Moffett Field, located in Mountain View, was once a hub of military aviation, playing a key role during World War II and the Cold War. Established in the 1930s, the base originally served as a naval air station for airships, massive, helium-filled dirigibles that patrolled the Pacific coast, searching for enemy submarines. The most iconic structure at Moffett Field is the enormous Hangar 1, one of the largest freestanding structures in the world, built to house these giant airships. With its steel frame and massive doors, Hangar 1 is an engineering marvel, even as it slowly succumbs to the elements. As aviation technology advanced, Moffett Field shifted from airships to airplanes, becoming home to squadrons of P-3 Orion maritime patrol aircraft during the Cold War. McClellan Air Force Base, North Highlands. McClellan Air Force Base, located near Sacramento, was a major hub for aircraft maintenance and logistics for nearly 60 years. Established in 1935, McClellan played a key role in World War II, servicing and repairing aircraft used in the Pacific Theater. As the war raged on, the base expanded rapidly, with thousands of workers keeping the fleet of bombers and fighters ready for battle. Even after the war, McClellan continued to be a vital asset during the Cold War, maintaining and upgrading aircraft to keep America's air power ready for any potential threat. However, like many other military installations, McClellan faced closure in the 1990s due to budget cuts and restructuring. By 2001, the base was officially shut down. Fort Ord, Monterey Bay Coast. Fort Ord, located on the picturesque Monterey Bay coast, was once one of the largest and most important military training facilities in the United States. Established in 1917, it served as a training ground for troops during World War I, World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. Its vast open spaces and proximity to the coast made it an ideal location for military exercises. At its peak, Fort Ord housed over 50,000 troops and was a key site for training infantry units before they were deployed overseas. Despite its storied past, Fort Ord was closed in 1994 as part of the post-Cold War military downsizing. Since then, much of the land has been repurposed as a national monument and recreational area, but large sections of the base remain abandoned. Naval Training Center, San Diego. The Naval Training Center in San Diego was the gateway for thousands of young sailors entering the U.S. Navy. Opened in 1923, this sprawling complex served as the primary training facility for new recruits, preparing them for life at sea. Over the decades, the Naval Training Center expanded to include barracks, classrooms, drill fields, and even its own harbor. It played a crucial role in preparing sailors for World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War, with more than 1 million sailors passing through its gates over the years. However, by the 1990s, the base became outdated and was closed as part of the military's effort to consolidate training operations. Castle Air Force Base, Merced County. Castle Air Force Base in Merced County was once a key component of the U.S. Strategic Air Command, SAC, playing a pivotal role during the Cold War. Established in 1941, Castle was initially a training base for bomber crews during World War II. After the war, it became home to B-52 Stratofortresses, America's long-range nuclear bombers. The base's location in the Central Valley of California made it an ideal spot for SAC operations, with its aircraft capable of reaching targets around the world. Despite its critical role during the Cold War, Castle Air Force Base was closed in 1995 as part of the military's downsizing efforts. Alameda Naval Air Station, Alameda. Alameda Naval Air Station, located on the island city of Alameda near San Francisco, was once a bustling center for naval aviation. Opened in 1940, the base served as a launching point for aircraft carriers and their squadrons during World War II. Over the years, Alameda Naval Air Station became one of the largest naval air stations on the West Coast, with its runways and hangars serving countless aircraft. During the Cold War, it played a key role in maintaining America's naval air power in the Pacific. However, like many other bases, Alameda Naval Air Station was closed in the 1990s. Today, much of the base remains abandoned, though parts of it have been redeveloped into commercial and residential areas. Mare Island Naval Shipyard, Vallejo. Mare Island Naval Shipyard in Vallejo was the first U.S. naval base established on the West Coast, dating back to 1854. For over a century, Mare Island played a vital role in the construction and repair of naval vessels, including submarines and battleships. During World War II, the shipyard was a hive of activity, producing and repairing ships that were essential to the war effort in the Pacific. Thousands of workers toiled around the clock, building some of the most advanced warships at the time. After the war, Mare Island continued to serve as a key shipyard during the Cold War, particularly for the construction of nuclear submarines. However, the end of the Cold War brought about a reduction in naval shipbuilding, and by 1996, the shipyard was closed. Presidio of San Francisco. The Presidio of San Francisco is one of California's oldest military installations, dating back to 1776, when it was established as a Spanish fort. Over the centuries, the Presidio served as a key military post for Spain, Mexico, and eventually the United States. During the 19th and 20th centuries, it became a major army post, playing a critical role during the Spanish-American War, World War I, and World War II. Its strategic location, near the entrance to San Francisco Bay, made it an ideal military outpost. In 1994, the Presidio was officially decommissioned as an army base and became part of the National Park Service. Today, the Presidio is a vibrant public space, home to museums, parks, and residential areas. While it has been transformed for civilian use, many of the historic military buildings remain, offering visitors a chance to explore the rich history of this iconic site. Hamilton Air Force Base, Novato. Hamilton Air Force Base, located in Novato, was established in 1935 as a key military airfield on the West Coast. During World War II, Hamilton played a vital role as a base for fighter and bomber aircraft, protecting the Pacific coast from potential threats. In the post-war years, the base became part of the U.S. Air Force's Strategic Air Command, housing long-range bombers and refueling aircraft that were on high alert during the Cold War. By the 1970s, Hamilton Air Force Base was gradually phased out, and by 1988, it was officially closed. Today, much of the base has been redeveloped into residential areas, but some of the old military buildings and runways remain abandoned. Norton Air Force Base, San Bernardino. Norton Air Force Base, located in San Bernardino, was established in 1942 as a key logistics hub during World War II. The base played a vital role in transporting troops and supplies to the Pacific Theater. After the war, Norton became an important part of the U.S. Air Force's Air Mobility Command, responsible for transporting military personnel and equipment around the world. During the Cold War, it was a key hub for transporting supplies to U.S. allies and military bases overseas. Norton Air Force Base was closed in 1994 as part of the post-Cold War military downsizing. Today, the site has been partially redeveloped into San Bernardino International Airport, but large sections of the former base remain abandoned. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For more awesome content, have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.